With all the Dragon Beyblades we got so far, we are not done yet. We finally get another less spin Beyblade, and it's based off of Meteor Drago and Dragoon. I'm talking about the new Meteor Dragoon 370J. We finally get a UX version of Dragoon, and it comes with rubber, and it comes from the owner Chrome. Let's get into it. With this starter, we get a new left winder launcher, finally getting a new color with the white and purple. We also get a new purple dragon ripcord. With the ripcord, it was locked around the anniversary set, and now it comes in this starter, not sporting red but purple with the color aesthetic. Now, if you get the white winder grip and the purple attachments from Samurai Saber, you can get a color coordinated winder launcher and ripcord. You can also get the longer ripcord and put it with the nozzle ring grip as well to give it an even better color coded setup along with how well it performs. First, we're going to start off with the 370 ratchet. Stunting the blue, 3 sides is alright and at a height of 70, which can be used depending on what you're using it for. It's very niche. And for this blade, it seems like it can be used by hitting the rubber contact points straight onto the blade. Now we come to the new Jolt bit, a 16 gear bit with a small flat base with a hole in the center of it that gives it rapid attacks. It is said to do extreme dashes while offering better control and better stamina. It seems to be a mix of the Rush, Excel, and Needle bits. And as you can see here, the very tip is super small compared to other ones. Finally, we get to the Meteor Dragoon blade. With one of the big blades and 2 smaller blades, each one has a super hard rubber on the end of it. Compared to the Impact Drake, Dragoon does seem to have a lot less rubber on it, but Drake's is also softer. It is said to offer huge one-hit KOs and even spin steel. It truly is beautiful looking at the blade, but my biggest fear is of course of how unbalanced it will be with the one side blade being super huge. The weight of the blade is something that is needed, as I do feel like it is to make up for the unbalance and probably even nerfing it how bad it is. So let's give this thing a spin. Now let's see how the new Dragoon blade does against its older brothers. First to start off with is Cobalt Drake 460 flat. Next, let's see about Impact Drake 960 Low Rush. And last, Big Brother Cobalt Dragoon 260 Cyclone. As you can see from the video, the blade is super unbalanced, so let's try to even it out and try the combo build of Meteor Dragoon 770 level. You will first go against the build of Wizard Rod 160 Hexta. Now let's see how it does against Hover Wyvern 760 Kick. And finally, the Short Ocean Menace Shark Scale 450 level. for final thoughts. First, we could go into the Jolt bit. The bit together with the stock build does it no favors. I can tell that the bit is amazing stamina and good potential, as I already did try it with other bays, but for this build it does leave it unbalanced and does it harm more than good. Now, telling you from what I've seen outside this video in my other practices with this bit, the bit is good. I think it is super good in its stamina, and I will say it's more preserved for stamina than it is attacking, at least on some of the builds, but a lot of these builds are also really well balanced, so maybe just unbalancing a little bit, it would be more aggressive. I'll let you know when I do more testing on it later. Now for the blade. I will say this thing is extremely unbalanced. Like, I'm extremely disappointed when I was doing the stock combo battles because of how bad they had to nerf this blade because they didn't want it to be super OP. I mean, if you're gonna make it to be a callback for other great bays, like, that's cool, but why nerf it? Why even make it if you're gonna nerf it this bad? I get it, it's a cash grab, I know. But even with them nerfing it, outside of the stock build, this thing has some great potential. It is a hard-hitting bay that does have KO power potential and even some equalizing power. I'm not going to say spin stealing, but I've tested it on other builds and it has done almost that. So I won't be able to say, quote unquote spin stealing, but not like, Meteor Dragoon. But it does do it to a certain extent. That being said, never liked Dragoon on Elevate and wanted to be a pure attacker, and this is why this one was made. Meteor Dragoon is made to be a pure attacker. I did hate it when I was testing the stock, but I realized that it won't matter anyway because it is still a great blade. Alright, that's all I have for this video. Stay tuned as I will do combo testings coming up soon. I think I found a build that might be a great attacker so far that I haven't seen no one use yet, which I'm surprised. So stay tuned, subscribe, and more videos are on the way.